My name is Rafael, you watch Rock and Roll Garage, and today we're going to talk about Drew Struzan, one of the most incredible illustrators of all time. I'm sure at some point in your life you had a poster that he illustrated on your wall for sure. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. For example, I got one here. It's reversed because of the camera, but as you can see, is John Carpenter's The Thing, released in 1982. I think it's one of the most beautiful posters of all time. I mean, look at this. It's just incredible. Look at this incredible illustration by Drew. And, the ultimate in alien terror, classic. But if you didn't know, he also illustrated, for example, a Black Sabbath album cover, an Alice Cooper album cover, and I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so let's start. The first one is Poco, Picking Up the Pieces, from 1969. As you can see, it's quite remarkable, his style, and you're gonna see that stays really throughout his career, this same kind of illustration, the same style. He was known for airbrushed one-sheets technique when designing, especially the movie posters. And this is one of the first album covers he illustrated. We move now to 1972, one of the greatest American bands of all time, Grand Funk Railroad, which this is the album Phoenix, released in 1972. A lot of good songs in this album, another classic album from Grand Funk's discography. Also in 1972, one of the most incredible American artists of all time, Roy Orbison, who not only had an incredible solo career, but also was part of the fantastic supergroup The Traveling Wilburys, with George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, and Jeff Lynne. And this is the album Memphis, he released in 1972. Also a beautiful illustration by Drew. And now the British band, one of the greatest British bands of all time, my favorite one, Black Sabbath. And this is the 1973 album Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, which besides that incredible title track had many other incredible songs. They began to experiment a little bit more with other kinds of sounds. You can hear a lot of keyboards and synthesizers in this record, but a beautiful illustration by Drew. I mean, this is one of the most iconic Black Sabbath album covers, as you can see. This guy being tempted on that by a lot of demons, and it's one of the most classic heavy metal album covers of all time. We move also in 1973, but now an American band again, Can It Heat. One of the album is called One More River to Cross. They released in 1973. Quite a psychedelic album cover, as they sound usually used to be. Another incredible band. Now we reach Alice Cooper, the Greatest Hits album, released in 1974. And look at all the details from their faces. And I mean, look at Alice Cooper sitting on the wheel. It's just incredible. And this is a Greatest Hits album from when Alice Cooper was still a band, right? The original lineup. This was released in 1974, and in the following year, Alice Cooper released A Welcome to My Nightmare, which is his first solo album. Of course, he maintained the name and the character. Released in 1975, an incredible album, which, he's a big movie fan, especially horror movies, and he was also a fan of Black Sabbath, and certainly bringing Drew Struzan was an inspiration. And on this album, also you can hear Vincent Price on this Alice Cooper album, which is a total classic. So a lot of inspirations that he showed, a lot of influences who were part of this record. And the final one I want to show is Iron Butterfly's Scorching Beauty, released also in 1975. It's a bit more modern, right? But it's a beautiful illustration by him. And now I'm gonna show you some of the other movies that he illustrated, which are incredible. You know, the movie posters, he's best known for the movie posters. So we start with a John Carpenter movie, another John Carpenter movie. I already showed my my poster of The Thing. This is Big Trouble in Little China, an incredible movie. I mean, a total 80s classic. I mean, Carpenter's so underrated. Look at all the details, you know, look at Kurt Russell, you know, this is incredible, and all the colors, all the characters featured from many different scenes of the movie is just beautiful. You know, this is a work of art. You know, he was just amazing. Now we move to 1985, The Goonies, an incredible movie, Steven Spielberg movie. Drew worked a lot with Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, and I mean, this is one of the most classic movie posters of all time. You know, you can see Josh Brolin hanging there, and all the other incredible actors that were part of that movie, who later on became you know, grown stars, of course, especially Josh Brolin. But I'm sorry, you know, Steven Spielberg actually wrote the story, but it was Richard Donner who directed the movie, an incredible director as well. Now we're seeing here Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. This is from 1999. I mean, look at Liam Neeson there, you know, it's just incredible. Ewan McGregor also on the side, and all the characters of famous characters of Star Wars, the Sith, they're behind. It's just beautiful, and it's you know, it gives that sense of adventure, you know, that you're about to see something really big and incredible. It's just a fantastic style that he had that really marked many generations. I mean, look at this now, 1989, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I mean, come on, look at that. If you look at it and you don't want to see the movie, I mean, it totally gets you, and it's just incredible. Let's move a little bit faster now. We go to, this is First Blood, the first Rambo movie by Sylvester Stallone. An incredible art as well. I mean, this is 1982, and look at Sylvester Stallone. You know, man, this is incredible. It looks like you're seeing a comic book, and this is a hero. You know, it's really incredible, his use of colors, especially this kind of blue. I mean, it's just beautiful, like the one from The Thing. Now this is 1995, Mallrats, you know, which is a classic from the 90s as well. Fantastic movie as well by Kevin Smith. It's a cult classic. And once again, look at all the colors, look at the people's skins, and you know, the light and the shades that he used to use. It's just beautiful. This is 1983, Risky Business, a really nice movie with Tom Cruise as well, which was written and directed by Paul Brickman. It's another classic, really one of the early Tom Cruise classics. Now we move to another big classic. Now this one was directed by Robert Zemeckis, which is Back to the Future. I mean, this is one of the most classic movie posters of all time as well. Fantastic movie. This is from 1985. We move now to Hook, a Disney movie, right, from 1991 with Dustin Hoffman and Robbie Williams. It's the Peter Pan story, and it is a big classic, also illustrated by Drew Struzan. This is now 1986, The Name of the Rose, the movie inspired by the novel by the legendary Italian writer Umberto Eco, and starring Sean Connery. Look at Sean Connery, man. He's just perfect here. You know, it's just beautiful. This is a work of art. It's fantastic. Another Disney movie, this one from 1994. Quite scary movie to see when you're a child. I remember seeing this for the first time, and you know, for me it was like a big horror movie. I was terrified. Hocus Pocus, you know, that scene where the witches finally show their faces, the true self. You know, It's terrifying. Also, Drew Struzan did. Look how beautiful it is, you know, just incredible. And the final one I want to show, it's The Police Academy. What a big classic, you know, one of the funniest movies of all time. Steve Guttenberg as on the main role, you know, it's just a fantastic movie, one of the greatest comedy movies of all time. And, you know, look how perfect, you know, all the characters he illustrated, it's just beautiful. And before we go, I gotta show a more recent movie, which was the first Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, released in 2001. And as you can see, it's a little bit more modern, but still has that beautiful style, that incredible style that Drew Struzan had. And this is it. I think it is really nice. If you never heard about him, you should definitely check it out. There's a documentary about him. If I'm not mistaken, it's from 2007, around that. I've seen it a couple of years ago, and I was just mind-blown. It was mind-blowing because you realize all those movies you loved, many album covers, covers from albums you loved were illustrated by him. And, you know, this is one of the greatest artists of all time from the past 60 years. And, you know, sadly he's gone, but his work's here. And that's it. Look at it, okay? Thank you for watching, and I see you later.